What's up, y'all? The Hustlers Podcast, episode 5, season 2. Today we have Miguel and Jen from Devildog's founders. What's up, dog?
How you doing, brother? It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for showing up, man. So first and foremost, where are you from, and what is your hustle?
Well, I'm mainly from San Bernardino. I was born in LA, but grew up my whole life in San Bernardino. And what we do is we sell the best micheladas you'd ever have.
Damn right. That's what's up. How did you get into that?
Well, it started, so I was with some family and they wanted micheladas, and I just went to the store and bought, those foam cups that they have like at the liquor stores and stuff. Yeah. And this was in Arizona. I was a recruiter for the Marines at the time. And we tried it, and I was really disgusted. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to find my own way to make this. Okay. And I did, and everybody loved it. That's how I started.
Did you like micheladas before you attempted to make them?
It wasn't like I was like craving them or anything, but I did like drinking them every now and then if they offered them at restaurants and stuff. Yeah.
So you tried that, you didn't like it, so you were like, you know what? I could do it on my own. When did you figure out the recipe that you're using now?
Well, at that point in time, it was just a quick put together, but after time, I kept trying to, invest more time into it. And that's when I started kind of figuring out the science of specific amounts of what I'm putting in. Mm-hmm. So it took some time.
What made you think micheladas will sell? Because like you said, people can just go to a liquor store. They can make them their own, I guess, at home. What made you think that was the business to go to?
I didn't. You know what I mean? I was against the idea. It was actually Jen, the co-owner, which is why she's actually where she's at with me in the business. And a couple others, like my brother's girlfriend and just the whole crowd. Everybody was just like, hey, man, you should start selling this. There's other people that are out there doing it, and if they can do it, yours is way better. So you should start doing it. And I was against the idea for like months, and sure enough, one day, me and my buddy Sergio, who's those two are me and myself, and his name is Hustler. He goes by Hustler.
I should have him on the podcast, huh?
Yeah. So, and his name went by Hustler because when we started, we just set out to go do it, and we first went out and we were like, screw it, let's just go and see what happens. So we got together and we had a bunch of stuff that we needed for the micheladas, and we just started hitting up people at parties. That was a fail.
Like house parties?
Yeah.
In San Bernardino?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
I know. That was a fail immediately. It was like, hey, you guys want micheladas? And then they're like, bro, we got beers here. Like, we're good. So we're like, damn, it ain't working. And then sure enough, we called Jen. Jen, we're not doing anything like this. This is horrible. And she's like, why don't we try taco stands? I was like, you're right. So then we started hitting up taco stands, and then we went and picked her up, and then she was kind of just helping us at the time, and yeah, it was.
Did it pop off in the taco stands?
It did. Not like a big jump right off the bat, but I remember the first sale we did. It was actually here in Rialto.
Okay.
At a taco stand, and the first thing we pull up, and there's this guy hanging out in his car, and we just asked, hey, you want micheladas? He's like, what? Yeah, you want micheladas? Like, yeah, how much? $10. Let's do it. I'll get 2. So, and after that,
it was history. That was it.
We started off like that. Yeah.
When did you decide to create a whole logo for it, a whole Instagram for it?
So that was all like literally as it was happening within weeks of starting doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
did you already knew this was gonna be it, or do you have anything else on the side that you do?
So this was more like a side hustle at the time. We started back in September, so we haven't even been around a year. So we started in September, and the main thing we were doing, we started our own business. So it was like, myself, Jen, Sergio, and my brother, we were all co-owners to a company called Benacro. Mm-hmm. It stands for Beneath One Crown. And what that company is some sort of like a form of being able to help people with business and anything to do with graphic, with web design, business cards, marketing. We even did embroidery. We had pressing on the shirts for like logos and stuff like that. Like we had quite a few things. We even had a photographer, videographer. So yeah, that's what we were doing, and this whole coronavirus thing kind of blew that off. So now we're full time on the micheladas.
Oh, so you were printing out and all that. That was another business that you were in already.
Right. Yeah.
Dope. I did not know that. So that's why the logo got up so quick.
Yeah.
Because you guys already knew what you guys wanted.
Right.
And you didn't have to wait on anybody else. You did it yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Dope.
Internal. Everything we do is usually internal.
So how many people do you have in your team as of right now?
As of now, we now have 12 people.
12 people? How many locations do you, well, not locations, how many cities do you cover?
Well, we cover the entire Inland Empire, and I have a dedicated team to the Orange County area. And we mostly cover like the southern east of LA.
Okay.
Like that's the majority. If not, we could travel more into LA. It's just, we would have to sell a lot more if we wanted to go out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in San Diego too?
I mean, we can go down there, but it would have to make sense. They'd have to order like a good amount for the drive to be worth it,
Yeah. How is it managing all those people?
And that's where the whole military experience.
All right. So you have a military background.
Yes.
And you use that in your business.
That's right.
How do you use it in your business?
Well, I was in the Marines for 9 years. So as I grew up in the Marine Corps, because I was only like 18 when I got in. Mm. So growing up in the Marine Corps, you have a lot of leadership training and courses, and you have those in charge of you that you start looking up to, and I'll take this from them. I don't like the way they do this, and you just build yourself into your own leader. And that's one of the biggest things the Marine Corps does is build leaders. So, I mean, I got up there pretty high. I got out as a staff sergeant in the Marine Corps, which is a rank that's appointed by Congress. You have to get passed on by that and make sure that you're up to what they need you to be to be able to get that. So what I mean by what's the whole point of this is, I was managing many Marines at a time. So it's kind of like second nature to me to be able to, organize and kind of just put everything together and make sure it runs accordingly.
Yeah. It's crazy how I talked to you before and you mentioned it to me. You're using like walkie-talkie apps, right? To take all the orders so it could all be at the same group, I guess. You don't have to go to like the text messages or the DMs or anything like that. Is there any way that you take orders for micheladas? Is it just through DM? Is it just through number? Or how do they get micheladas from you?
So the main way to get us as of right now is through Instagram. Okay. So on Instagram, people would message us on the page, and from there we build out a spreadsheet, and on the spreadsheet we put on there, according to the times that they come in. If we have availabilities open, so if we have some slots open throughout the rest of the evening, we start letting them know we have from this point on available, which times would you like, and first come, first serve, we'll put them in line that they want. After that, whatever else is open, we start just filling them in. Mm-hmm. So it's mainly Instagram. We do have our Facebook, but we're hardly ever on it. We're predominantly using Instagram.
You know what? I think everybody's like that, low key. On Facebook, it's kind of hard to keep up with it for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm the same way too. I'm only saying it because I'm the same way too. I'm on Facebook too, and I don't know why it's just like the second hand, like the stepchild to all the other apps.
Right.
How is social media important to what you're doing right now? Do you have 4K followers, right?
Yeah, we're almost at 5 actually.
That's crazy. You only been doing it for 7 months, you said, right?
Yeah, around there.
Bro, 4K is big time. Or 5K, my bad. Sorry.
No, we're not at 5 yet.
Yeah,
so
but you will
good.
be. You will be soon.
Right.
Do you think that how did you even get to that?
Literally face to face with these people. About 90% of the people following us we've actually encountered with.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we put a lot of footwork in the beginning, the entire team. Out there at 2 a.m, waiting outside of clubs, right by the taco stands, right there on 5th and Mount Vernon.
Pepe's?
Pepe's, yeah.
Damn.
2 a.m.
It's cool, people. That's what they do. They like to drink.
Yeah.
Is there any type of strategy that you use while you were doing that? Did you give out cards? Did you give out stickers?
Yeah, so cards. We've had cards from the beginning, and one of the concepts that my brother, who's actually one of my team leaders, well, actually he's known as the road captain. He's the one who makes sure everybody's safe out while we're doing deliveries. He created the concept of when you buy 6, you get the 7th one free. So one, it pushes sales and it gets people wanting to come back, because if they don't get all 6 at that one time, on the same business cards will mark kind of like a punch, you know, on the card.
Yeah.
But instead we do like our own little signature on them.
Yeah.
And from there, if they get 2, you know, they only need to buy 4 more to get one free.
Yeah.
So by giving them that card, they would call us back so that they can keep getting those filled, and then they would redeem their free one, and it just kept generating customers.
Like a rewards card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically a business card, but you have to keep it and reuse it. So then it's less likely for them to throw it away.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah, because here we go. I just got handed one right now. I'm about to use it too. When it came to the name, who thought of the name?
I don't remember. I know my brother's girlfriend at the time was like talking about it, and she's like, "Well, you're a Marine. What do you know?" I was like, "Well, we go by Devildog. Like that's, you know, Hounds from Hell. That's a nickname that was given in World War I to the Marine Corps by Germans. So Devildog is kind of like, if you're a Marine, you know what Devildog means. Like that's every Marine calls each other Devildog.
Well, by your logo, I mean, I kind of already know you have that background, you know, because I mean, there's a dog with the tattoo of the Marine tattoo, right?
Yeah.
That's dope. How I know you were talking about customer service, right? And you said how important that is. What is the actual process of ordering with you? What makes it so special? Like when you come out of the car, do you talk to the people? Do you talk to the customers? Do you try to like not kick it with them? You know what I mean? But are you friends with these people, or?
We get really close to our regulars. Yes. We know them by name. We are able, you know, when they hit us up, we already know if even we know them by Instagram name. So if somebody mentions somebody, we already know who they're talking about because they're constantly ordering from us.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as customer service goes, we've created a culture with our deliveries. We're playing music. We're out there making these micheladas for them. We're interacting with the customers. They love it. We're making them laugh. We make them part of our family in a sense. We'll have them recording them doing our chant. They'll be screaming.
You guys have a chant?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dope. Now I'm going to have to order. If you guys want to hear the chant, make sure you guys order to hear that chant. I'm trying to hear it now. But go ahead, man. Sorry I interrupted.
No, so again, I like to make sure, you know, we have rules, we have guidelines, we have things to follow, and the 10th rule, the 10th rule we have is have fun. So, and that means have fun overall. That means have fun with the customers, like as long as it's within reason. For the most part, you know, and that's one of the biggest things. They love that energy we bring when we deliver these micheladas.
Have you had any issues with drunk people?
No, they're just as fun. They're rowdy, they're happy, they're, you know, waiting for the drinks, and they're more lively and more interactive. So for the most part, I don't think any of us have really had any issues negatively with anyone that's drunk.
That's dope. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's all customer service.
Right.
The setting of the prices of the michelada, how did you come up with the setting of the price? How much does a michelada cost?
So the Devildog Michelada is $10. That's just the michelada and without anything else except just the michelada, because we did have the ones with ceviche or aguachiles, but we had to kind of do away with those for the meantime. But they're $10, and at first we were kind of wondering, like, how do we price this? How are we going to come up with the price? And we started off with 16-ounce cups. Now we have the 32-ounce cups. We were selling the 16-ounce cups for $10 as well. The way we were marketing them at that time and promoting them and selling them to the people in the taco stands was like, look, best michelada, it has 0 ice, so you'll never have a watered down michelada. Yeah. And people were like, what? All right, you know, and they loved it. But all the people in competition with us, I realized they were selling them for $10. They had the bigger cup and they had ice in it and things like that. As a matter of fact, Jen was the one that's like, we need to get bigger cups. We need to start making this more like presentable for the customer. And I was against that for a very long time. But after a while, I was like, you know what? I made Jen the CEO. So she's kind of the one who's like runs the show. I kind of just make sure that we stay aligned with that, and we come up with the rules together. We always sit down and meet up and make sure everything's aligned. So when it came to the pricing, like you asked, we just said, let's do 10. You know, it was kind of like a shot from the hip, you know?
Yeah. How important do you think it is for you to have a partnership like this?
It's really hard. Not because we're great together, working together. It's kind of like a marriage. It really is, and that goes whether you're partners with a guy or not. The point is you have to think of it as a marriage, you know. If you don't meet eye to eye, or they're not willing to go the same route as you, then the business can fail, you know. But luckily enough, yeah, we don't always meet eye to eye, but we'll always be able to meet in the middle and come up with the best solution for the business, because we both have the best interests.
Who runs the other teams in other cities? Is it you two, like the whole thing?
Yeah. So, and it's all family and friends, and you know, people always discourage that. They say not to do that.
Don't mix business with family.
Yeah, but I mean, we have issues internally. Obviously, I don't think anybody doesn't within family or business or whatever. But for the most part, they follow the guidelines. They follow the rules. They know what to do, and if they don't, there are some form of punishments that we do. And for the most part, we've never had to go that far. But the point that it's there, you know.
Yeah.
So they run themselves. Each team has a team leader, and then you have the one that's assisting them. And then over all of that, we have, again, the road captain who's out there on the walkie-talkie making sure everybody's good. We do radio checks every single hour to make sure everybody's safe. And within the walkie-talkie, we're constantly keeping communication. You know, so-and-so team heading to this delivery. So-and-so team done with this delivery. So-and-so team is going to go get supplies. So-and-so team is going to take a break. So we're constantly communicating.
Bro, that's a well-oiled machine, bro. That's crazy how like organized you guys are. That's dope, though.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Do you guys look at other Michelada people, accounts, businesses, and compare you guys, or try something that they might be trying?
No, I've always been against trying to do what other people do. One thing we do, though, is I've created like a kill list internally. So like, when we first started, we did a Michelada Fest in San Bernardino, downtown San Bernardino.
How was that?
It was really fun. It was good. It was our first event ever. This was in October.
How'd you get into that?
So this lady came across us on Instagram. Happened to be the cousin of the building manager, and she's like a Michelada enthusiast. And she saw us, and she's like, "Hey, there's a fest going on. I don't know if you guys would be interested in going in there." And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great. How much is it?" We got all the details. We sent the lady the money, and we just got a table. We got a setup, and yeah, it was all indoors. It was nice. You had live music, entertainment from comedians, and it was all at the Enterprise building downtown, and it was fun. It was a competition, so it was judges going around. We even had a what's his name? From the guy, Baby
Bash?
No. Damn.
Nah, yeah, I'm not too sure. Baby, a rapper?
Man, I don't know. I don't remember the name, but I guess he's a well-known guy, and I don't even remember his name.
Oh, that's what's up. Did you guys win that competition?
You know what? So the judges all kept telling us that we should have won, and we didn't. All I know is that at the end of the night, everybody kept coming by to buy our micheladas, even though the whole thing was done. So everybody kept telling us, like, yeah, yours were the best. And we're like, well, apparently the judges didn't think so.
How'd that make you feel? Who won?
I don't. It was Flaco or something like that. Like micheladas at Flaco. The two people teamed up together and they won, I guess. There was like micheladas at Flaco and then Miches Caro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was a bunch of people there, a bunch of like different michelada people, and I've never been a part of that. I've never seen any other people's stuff. So, we were kind of just in there just doing our thing.
Yeah.
We didn't really know how the presentation and how they were all doing.
I was gonna ask you, did you guys put effort into the presentation, especially because you guys have a printing and design, all that stuff in the background? Did you guys like boost it up because of it? What did you guys just go like just put a table?
Oh no, yeah.
And
So we had a banner up. We had our shirts already. We had shirts made for that specific event. And we had our banner. Actually, our presentation was pretty good. It was just all out of creativity.
Yeah.
Because we're all pretty creative, artistic, and so we went with the theme because when we showed up, we saw that it was like a, like the fiesta where they have the little things hanging up, the different colored like cutout designs and stuff like that. So we set that up. I have some sarapes, so I laid those out around the table, and yeah, we did pretty well as far as presentation goes.
Do you guys think you lost because you're so new?
I have no idea, and I don't think they knew we were new. But then we were the first ones for them to try. We were the very first people they tried the micheladas from, and as they kept going, I don't know how they did the judging, but literally even judges would come back to us and be like, "Yeah, you guys were better. I don't know what happened. Like, you're the judge. I don't know."
You didn't help us out.
Right.
Do you have any future plans? How far do you feel like taking this? Because it's already pretty far, bro. 5K for a mobile business, and you have a gang of people that you're a big team already. How far do you want to take it?
Pretty far. I'm trying to like go international with this. I'm actually looking into getting a location, trying to do like a restaurant during the day, nightclub by night. And then from there, just trying to make this mix as long as it tastes the same, because if something has to be done where the flavor changes, I don't know how that would work. I'm big on my flavor, making sure that it's the right flavor, so it's, there's Marines stationed out in Japan, and I know quite a few of them who are married to Japanese women. So, the fact that I can get out in Japan, that'd be...
Bro, that's a big move right there if you really did that. But you're thinking big, though, which is dope.
Yeah. Even once we do get an actual establishment,
That's just the beginning.
Yeah, that's the beginning. A lot of people think that once they have their spot, they've made it. And they kind of just stay there, and that's like their go-to. But yeah.
Are you afraid? You say you have 12 members on your team, correct? You have a recipe for your micheladas.
Right.
Are you afraid anybody might start their own thing and use your recipe?
They can't. They've signed agreements that if they do so, they will be sued.
Yeah. Okay. So you took it that way.
Oh, yeah. And they're all family and friends, but hey, business is business,
So with the whole COVID thing, how did it affect you guys?
Well, as far as our original business, that one kind of did affect us because we kind of got, we lost everything there. We had a contract that was about to be done with RCC. We were going to be doing the apparel for a lot of their departments. Yeah. But since schools were shutting down, we weren't able to go through with that. So that kind of put that business down and gave us the opportunity because Devildogs blew up after that. Within the matter of a month, 2 months, we were already at 3,000 followers in.
What do you think helped you blow up?
The fact that nobody can go out to get drinks. All the bars and the restaurants were down. So the moment people started saying, "What you deliver? What do we got to do? How do we get these?" And we came up with a minimum rule. Depending on the city you're at. So anywhere within 15 minutes from San Bernardino, anywhere from 15 minutes in San Bernardino, we go deliver minimum of 3. Then anywhere between 30 minutes from San Bernardino, we minimum of 4, and so on. Every 15 minutes, we add on another micheladas that you would have to have a minimum order of in order for us to go out to that area. Okay, so there's always a minimum order of micheladas when it comes to deliveries. Yeah.
What kind of customers do you serve?
Man, we have a variety of people. We have, we deliver anywhere from, the most gangster people you'd ever meet, to blue-collared workers, to detectives, cops, CHP. Yeah, we deliver to a variety of people.
You deliver to the hood or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole San Bernardino's the hood.
Right, yeah. We go up into some sketchy places, but, man, they treat us great with open arms, and we're there, and everybody's rolling up, and they're just like, all right, cool. And, yeah, again, we've created a culture, and people are loving it. People love when we show up. Not just because of the drink is amazing, but the fact that, you know, our vibe, our energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have any advice for anybody starting their own business?
Well, yeah, definitely. I would just say, no matter how hard it gets, you know, after every storm, you see the rainbow. You know, it's going to be very tough. You know, you're going to go through very hard times where you feel like, you know, lower than dirt. But as long as you keep pushing, you're going to hit your goal. It's all about not letting people talk down on you, not letting the society and your family and friends to make you think you're doing something wrong, because you're not. You know, if you want to do your own business, there's something else out in there that you know you don't have that the average person has, and everybody's taught to just be robots and work in a regular job and make somebody else rich. You know, I say if you're really the person that wants to be entrepreneurial, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, just do it. You know, there's no comfort zone in it. You just gotta jump headfirst in the deep end, and you just gotta push. And that's my advice to anybody that's trying to start their own business.
Yeah, man. So, okay, let people know where they can get micheladas at, where they can reach you at. If they have any questions about any business that they might be starting up, where can they reach out to you at?
Well, again, they just go to devildog.micheladas on Instagram, which is the biggest way to do it right now. And then they would just inquire about delivery, or we even do catering.
Up to how many?
The catering?
Yeah.
So we start off at $200 an hour, and then I think that includes the mariscos and all of that. No? So it's an additional charge for all of that.
Okay.
But $200 an hour, and we don't provide the beer, because then that'll be even more expensive.
Yeah.
And it's better for them to just pick their beer.
Yeah. Some people might like different beer.
Yeah, that too. A lot of people, you know, prefer other beers than just Modelo, because we predominantly use Modelo.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, does the taste change? Obviously, it does change, but do you use Modelo for a certain reason, because that's the taste that you like, or do you use any other beer?
I do prefer Modelo's taste with the michelada. There is Dos Equis that is just as good. That's actually the beer I started with before I actually started selling them. So Dos Equis was the predominant beer I used. Like, that was the beer that I would stick to. And then while out on deliveries, we need cans, because we can crush them and put them in like a small box or something. That way we're not driving around with a bunch of bottles.
Okay. I get
so it's better to use cans, and the taste of Modelo is really good. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why, but the flavor alone is really good with the michelada for Modelo.
Has anybody reached out to you about collaborations?
We did have somebody who was in charge of the whoever represents Montejo. Have you heard of Montejo?
Dope. Yeah.
Yeah, so he actually approached Jen, gave her a business card and everything, and he was like, so why do you use Modelo? And she kind of just gave him the same rundown I gave you, an explanation. And he's like, well, what about Montejo? You know, and he was talking about like a sponsorship or something. So yeah, I mean, and not only that, but then for tequilas, we got contacted by was it Don Julio? Yeah, so they were like, why Patron? And we're like, I don't know, because everybody loves Patron. He's like, well,
you put Patron shots in your micheladas?
Yeah, that one's additional $5. We can throw a shot in there.
Okay.
And we add a little extra of our ingredients, and it tastes really good. You don't taste the shot, it tastes better, and it gives you a good buzz.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's all that going, like the partnership thing? Like, is it going any further? Have they took any other steps, or?
No, we didn't really go for it just yet. We want to make sure we're in the right position for us to do so. We want to make sure that we have everything in line, you know, like a solid amount of what we're doing, a solid location, things like that. So I don't think we're there yet. You know, I don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah, for sure, man. Keep doing your thing, man. That's dope as hell. I think you guys are going to go super far, especially you guys are so consistent, and Yeah, you guys are on it, bro. That's crazy how good you guys are doing. Keep it up, man. One more time, plug in your Instagram, man. Spell it out for him and everything at Devildog.
Yeah. So Devildog. So DEVILDOG Micheladas. MICHELADAS.
For sure. All right, y'all. That was Devildog's. Make sure you guys order with them. And till next time, I'll see you guys later. Keep hustling, y'all. Late.